That'll bring up the two-hole hitter and Matthew Haymay. Cam Berngen on deck, Blake Pulowski in the hole. And that's going to be inside for a ball, and that's going to be troublesome. Posey will score on the E2. It's a stolen base and an error if you're scoring at home. And partner, if you're the catcher for Blazers, you just got to eat that one and live another day.
Well, that's the pressure that Cam will put on you. That speed, I mean, he can get around the bases without any help from his teammates. That's just the value he brings to a team.
So if it goes past the infield dirt, it's most likely not going to be called infield fly.
Yeah, for this age group, it's a pretty decent-sized field. And oddly enough, for the older age groups, when the next broadcast, it's a little bit too small sometimes.
That's a base hit. Should have been caught at short. Yeah, you could make the case that Poerio should have had it, but we'll call it a base hit. Station-to-station baseball. A break somewhat for the Blazers as partner, the Green Cards are having trouble going from second base to home.
Yeah, not trying to get too aggressive early in this game, just playing station to station, not want to take any risks with nobody out yet.
You know, especially in this ballpark, Quincy, we talked about how the outfielders usually play deep or medium. So any short fly ball past the shortstop on the grass, umpires probably aren't going to call that infield fly. So these, the shortstops, third baseman, second baseman need to know that. Ground ball left side, and Posey got a piece of it. No error because that was clearly in the hole. Infield single. If you're scoring at home, everybody advances one base.
Darren got off to a really quick start with the bat last year. In his first couple games, he was riding like a 6 for 10 stretch. See if he could start this year hot too.
Liner, that's a hot shot. Frozen row past Posey. Great job base running to hold on a line drive. And because it was near Posey's glove, the runners can only advance one base. Station-to-station baseball, it's now 2-2. That was probably the best hit of the day, and that includes that leadoff double by Posey. That was a frozen rope to the outfield.
Darren can hit the ball hard, man. I was at a lot of his games last year. He definitely, when he makes contact, it's not a little blooper somewhere. He's hitting a line drive somewhere.
Marcel Johnson, the big boy at first base, trying to make things happen. Base hit, scores at least 2. Jammed him. Slow mover to short. Posey bobbles it. Would have been a tough play at first regardless, but these infielders, Quincy, they got to be better. When you bobble it, even though it's 90-foot bases, your chances of getting that runner, unless you have a Derek Jeter, Alex Rodriguez type of arm, once you bobble, just eat it and live another day.
Yeah, this is an MLB-sized field when it comes to bases. I think a lot of younger players are sort of used to that. On, say, 60-foot bases, they're used to at least having a chance on making that throw.
Liner left side, and it gets to the outfield. Gomez will play it as it's past Posey's glove, and a little bit of trouble in terms of getting the ball and then hitting off your cutoff man. The hitting's been there for both sides, but both teams struggling a little bit defensively.
Yeah, the fielding has definitely not been sharp so far. Going to need to see that cleaned up if both teams want to have a chance at winning this one.
Some umpires call it a strike because they make the argument, well, the catcher is very far behind home plate because he's fearing of batter interference, well, catcher's interference.
And sometimes on slower pitches, they drop a little bit when they come towards the plate, so it could cross maybe at the knees, but bounce on the plate.
He's going to try to go home with it. Pawlowski falls down. That's the only play he had, Quincy. His momentum's going towards home plate. Pawlowski just tripped. He would have had him at home if he had just fielded it cleanly.
Maybe a little bit of dew still on the field from this morning. Tough with the footing there.
It's an infield hit. And if the Green Cards aren't careful here, it could get out of hand. It'll bring up Darren, who quite possibly has the best exit velocity of the day.
Pawlowski ran into a lot of trouble, giving up some hard hit balls. And not very much help from his fielders. Darren lines another one into the outfield for a base hit. This could be trouble. It's all the way near the wall. 2 runners are in. It's another double for Caleb Dyer. He has 3 RBIs to his name, and the Blazers have broken this one open. It is 7-2 in the bottom of the second. Susnar comes set. 1 strike away for getting out of the inning. 2-2 delivery. Jaime is going. Pitch inside for a ball. Darren's throw to third is going to get away. Jaime around from third will score, and the Cards get one back. It's now 7-3. Second throw that
First base open, Quincy. If he lays off another pitch, it goes to 3-0. Wouldn't be shocked if they just put him on.
Yeah, I wouldn't even really bother.
That was his pitch. Ground ball left side. And they'll throw home. Oh, no. They say they got him?
I couldn't tell. I couldn't see what the umpire said.
Yeah, the base umpire's in our way. We'll watch that on replay in a second. And so you have to decide in your pregame meeting which umpire is going to take charge on an infield fly call. That's ball 4. It's a live ball, though, since it's a runner's on base.
I would always get annoyed when umpires would have delayed strike calls.
Has to swing at it. And that's going to be an easy force play at first. No choice but to go to first, partner. Momentum of the play going to first base. Yeah, I agree, Quincy. I thought that was a strike. The zone has been a little inconsistent for my liking.
I think it's been a lot inconsistent for my liking.
High pop-up. And it is not caught.
Had to dive to even get a chance at that one.
2-run score. And that will make it a 9-7 game. Posey will advance to third base as they miss the cutoff man. And Posey takes advantage of it. Probably going to see Jaime go here.
He didn't even wait till the pitch was thrown.
Oh, boy. Starting to look like the White Sox right now. Did you watch that White Sox Phillies game? But it was a bad throw by Sosa, and that play kind of reminded me of that White Sox-Phillies game. In the dirt. And that's going to be a wild pitch, but catcher's got to do a better job, Quincy. Use that chest protector. Push out with the chest protector. We'll most likely have the take sign here. As that's ball 4, pass ball. And that one's on the catcher, just not able to handle that one from the Cardinals. Sorry, the Blazers. Is not able to handle it. It was Darren. And oh my goodness, 2-run score off a pass ball. That is piss poor defense from the Blazers. Mama said there'd be days like this, Mama said, and definitely shows on that play.
Yeah, 11 unanswered runs is not a great day at all.
Yeah. Now, do some of these kids play travel ball?
I think a few of them do.
Because travel ball, no more balk warnings after 10U. That one's a liner into the outfield. It's going to fall in for a base hit. And the damage continues to be done. It was once a 7-2 lead for the Red Blazers. No more. It's now 14-7 in favor of the Green Cardinals. And you can't make plays. 14-7 scores happen.
And 12 unanswered runs happen.
Walks and not making plays. It's not just not making plays. That's a hammered shot from Posey. He'll reach base via single. 2 runs are going to score on that as they go home with it, which I disagree with entirely. At this point, just hit the cutoff man and live another day. It's not like the Blazers have swung the bat extremely well today. 3-2 count. Outside for a ball. Grand slam would make things very interesting. You're a young, and how old are you now, 20?
I'm 20.
This was way before your time. This is way before a lot of our times. Right to the plate. Going to second. He's out on the tag. Okay. Quincy, that was a little head scratching.
I would say just go to home with that.
Right, just go to home or go to first. The thought process is you try to get a 1-6-3 double play, but the easier double play, since the momentum is taking you towards the plate, just go to the plate for the double play. But that play from pitcher to second base was not exactly fundamentally sound. Payoff pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And the 3-game winning streak is no more for the Red Blazers. They fall today, and they're back to 500. The Green Cards improved to 3-1.